Alright gang, what is good? So I haven't traded much at all this week, and I'm just going to be running through the only trade that I've taken so far, which was a trade on Tuesday. It was a losing trade due to more terrible price action. I think it's a pretty common occurrence at the moment. And yeah, I'm just going to be running through how I lost that trade, what I should have done differently, what I could have done to potentially avoid that trade. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll get straight into the charts. Alright, so coming into market open today, we had already had a 4-hour liquidity sweep over here and also a playoff of a 4-hour bearish fair value gap. So for me, this movement started at 11 o'clock and it played out really soon. So by the time market opened, we had already made a huge bearish movement, taking out our first hourly point of liquidity. So that would have been my take profit one. And because we was taking a play off of a 4-hour liquidity sweep, I was happy to ignore that and look for a retracement and then look to target 4-hour lows down here. Because realistically, if we've already had a 4-hour liquidity sweep an hour before market opens, the chance of us coming up and invalidating this liquidity sweep, sweeping it again, and then coming back down for another bearish movement is really unlikely. So for me, we'd already ticked off all of our confluences during pre-market. We had an hourly liquidity sweep, we had a 5 and a 15-minute break of structure. And so for me, I'm looking for an entry. I'm looking for a retracement into a 5 or a 15-minute confluence, and then I'm looking for entries on the 1-minute time frame. So market opens, and we immediately see a spike up into this 5-minute fair value gap. And for me, I'm looking for an entry off of this, especially after I see a really strong bearish reaction. So right here, I already marked it out. We broke structure with this candlestick here, which was followed by a really strong down movement. So from this, I'm scaling into a 1-minute. I'm looking for entries. And for me, that was this 1-minute fair value gap, which got reacted really nicely off of and actually got respected as well before price just decided to completely switch directions. So for me, that was my entry with stops above that first candlestick in the fair value gap pattern. And I had a first take profit at those equal lows, and I had a second take profit at these 4-hour lows down here for a 2.5. So I had 2% of my account in this, 1% targeting each take profit. And as seen, price moved in the direction of our take profit, and then we get this really disgusting slow movement to the upside, which to me is really random and bad price action. And especially after this really good 1-minute movement right before we entered. So for me, I wasn't angry at all with this trade. There was not a lot that I could do, and I analyzed and made the decision that price action was moving good enough for me to enter off of, which it was until we entered, and then all of a sudden this fuckery happened and price ended up completely reversing for the day, and yeah, just moving really slowly, and it actually came up and swept out those 4-hour highs again, which is completely crazy, disrespected the fair value gap and disrespected the 4-hour liquidity sweep. So that was my loss for Tuesday. I haven't even traded since. I didn't trade on Monday as well because price action's just been so average. And yeah, I'm going to jump on the charts in about 15 minutes and try find a little something through London session. I'll trade New York tonight if I'm not trading meme coins. And yeah, at the moment we'll just see what happens, taking it really slowly because of this choppy price action and trying to be really selective. Thought I was selective with this trade, but obviously not selective enough. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.